sure you're all stay tanked.
Hello everybody, Paul the Inventory King. Do you remember the stand for the saltwater tank? I would be honored if you could click the subscribe button and notification bell. When I tried to get the sump into this stand, it does not make the curve. So we need to modify the stand, which means I gotta take the center brace out. I don't wanna have to remove the top to put the sump in, and I wanna be able to remove the sump if I ever need to do anything. So I talked to one of my friends, asked him his opinion. Hey, if I take these center braces out, what do I need to do to make sure that this stand can hold, say, 1,800 to 2,000 pounds? Well, he gave me the things to do, and we are gonna tackle them today. So, if you have a stand where you need access and you can't get it, and you need to remove a brace, this is how we're gonna do it. Now, something to keep in mind, these here are load bearing. They are helping with the weight. So we need to remove these. That means we need to do something else. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so I didn't want to have to take the stand apart, so we have a Dremel. This is a wood cutting bit for the Dremel, and you will need an easy link adapter. You could get at your local hardware store. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this out with this. I wanted to go with the Dremel because I thought that it would do a better job cutting versus a jigsaw on this angle. All right, so we got both of those off. Now we need to go ahead and start doing some work in here for where the 2x4s are gonna go. So what I did was I drilled pilot holes where I wanna start, and then use this, trace it out, and cut it. Now for the bottom, I absolutely needed the jigsaw to get this part done. I was gonna originally use the Dremel, but because I'm cutting out the slots for the legs here, I just went with the jigsaw, and now the compressor to blow all of the sawdust out. Well, we're on the next day working on the stand here to strengthen it for taking out these supports. We need to go ahead and make the next support that goes here, then then some pieces on here, the legs, and we're done with the construction. Now it's time to cut the dados out for the brace that goes across the bottom underneath the stand. And I decided to use the router because it would be a nice, straight, even cut, and you know, no messing around with the skill saw. Okay, so now we're gonna make sure that the cuts that we did are gonna work. So that 2x4 that we cut those dados out on, we got it set in, and we are doing pilot holes and doing the countersink holes and drilling in the screws. Definitely, when you're doing something like this, don't be bashful when using the screws. I mean, when you're holding all this weight, you know, it just adds more strength. So as you can see, we're getting this going here. After this, what we need to do is we need to get the legs installed. So just measuring and cutting to get the legs in. And then this thing is going to be ready to go to the next stage. Takes time, but you know, it's fun, it's rewarding to be able to look at it and go, yeah, I'm the one who built that. I made that stronger for the tank. You know, it's cool. It's something that's neat to accomplish, that's for sure. The hard part is done. We got all the screws in. These ones right here, I drilled them too low. In this case, too high when I was working on it. But you can see we got the extra support in. It's not too bad. It's a little lower, but it's not bad. And yeah, you can see we got 2 legs on each one. And this thing is ready to go. Time to prime the bare wood. All right, she's all primed and ready to roll. Now we just gotta let it dry, and then the paint goes on next. It's getting close. Check it out. It's painted and ready to roll. That's not a white spot. That's just, it's shiny. But there we go. Check it out. And I even painted the top. Yep, that's because of the OCD. But there you go. It's ready to go. Just gonna let it, dry just a little bit more, just to ensure that it is for sure dry. But this thing is ready to go. Now let's go ahead and get the sump in there. Now that was nice. Fits in there perfectly. How awesome is that? So now it fits in there. What I'm gonna probably end up doing is having it sit close this way and then fitting something else over here. It's a big sump. It's gonna do perfect filtration for me. But yeah, it's ready to go. Now I gotta get the tank in here.
Hard thing is gonna be, how do we get it in?
The hired help. Yeah, that's tacky. So and even if you just follow behind me, that's fine.
You do something on this end, yeah?
Yeah. Oh no, that you're fine there. You're fine there. Top one.
Okay, and just hold it.
So what we're gonna probably have to end up doing here is,
Okay.
is that on tight?
It's pretty tight.
Okay.
That's tight.
Your room's gonna look so tiny.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh here. Yeah.
And that's as far as away from the wall you're gonna have it?
Yeah, because I want the door to be able to open. Here. So that's the drain one right there.
It's a lot bigger. The other one's supply. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, that's tight.
Yeah, the other one is the return line, and these are the drains.
Does it have a rubber seal on the inside of that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sick. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's
good.
I just want to make sure it's tight because
Yeah,
it'll be.
I think that's tight enough.
Tough too.
Check it out. Oh yeah.
This is raw footage, everyone. Raw footage. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Okay, so
I'll have to go up with it that way a little bit more and then pitch it.
okay, yeah. Okay, so when we're gonna go, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna probably want to lift it. We're gonna obviously lift it up,
Yeah.
and we're gonna want to try to tilt it like this,
Oh yes, it's
so that we could put it
Up
in here and
against this.
actually scoot that a smidge, and then we could go down with the bulkheads, and then we can move that. Okay. And then we'll go that way.
There we go.
Ready?
Yep. Got a grip. Okay, go ahead and set your corner in. Reposition if you need.
Okay. Okay, and then go slow. Oh, nice. Okay. I just wanted to make sure those bulkheads didn't get caught. Okay, cool. Oh, it's a little caught there, but I can fix that.
Fits good though.
Yeah. And let's try to get your end a little bit in from there. That's good.
Because of the paint.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly tacky.
Okay.
How far away you want
A
it?
little bit more.
Go ahead, you're in first.
to leave enough room so this is off to the side, and I can always put a reservoir right here for the auto top off.
It actually doesn't look as big as I thought it would in here.
How come you have such a big gap on the back?
You know, I probably don't even need that big of a gap on the back because all my plumbing runs underneath.
Yeah.
Let's go a little closer.
Okay. Use your foot to pull it in. You go your end first. I'm like near almost all the way.
Oh no, because I gotta mount the lights. It's gotta come back out. That's good. Until I know what lights are going on it.
I don't know if this is just some of those. Oh, I think.
Oh, nah, it just broke off the bottom
Okay.
somewhere. Okay. Yeah, and I got my shim so that I could shim it up later.
Okay.
But yeah, because I gotta leave that gap because of the lights that I'm trying to find out that I'm gonna get. Most likely, they're gonna get mounted back here.
Yep.
So, some of them will go on here, some of them go down here. If the ones I'm getting, if I end up getting what I want to get, it's a hybrid light, so it has LEDs and T5 because T5 is really good for coral growth.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna want to. I could probably find a wall mount, so then find the studs here, and then you do the wall mount, and then it's got the arm that comes out,
Yeah.
and then it's got the steel line, and then it just hangs.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
just hangs right.
Actually,
there.
that's a nice way to do is that.
Yeah, because then I could push it in further, but I won't know that until I know what lights I'm getting, what mounts they have.
Cool. Oh,
Sweet.
looks good.
Yeah. It's getting close, guys. Getting close. Thanks to my bro who helped me carry it in.
Make sure you're all stay tanked.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.